our health science class. Miss Mamie isn't here today, so we're kind of here for her. First thing I want to ask if anybody in here just wanted to go into the health field. What do you want to do?
I don't know.
What do you mean by health
Well,
field?
this class will definitely help you decide that. Okay, and that's fine that y'all don't know what y'all want to do. In this class, the first class that you can take is foundations. You learn so much in foundations. You learn CPR, that's what they're doing now.
This is the mannequin for your CPR.
Yeah, and you learn everything on them.
You get certified, so that's really helpful with a lot of jobs.
And, you know, most of you, I don't know if y'all had your normal health class that's required, but this is not that kind of CPR. It's advanced CPR. It's what you have to work in any kind of medical field or be a lifeguard. So
You learn
that's
how to do babies,
yeah,
CPR on babies.
everything. So that's really important. But that's not it. Obviously, we learn first aid. All of your first aid things advanced. You learn vital signs, which, you know, if you're not going into the health field, you may not think it's important, but it is, because if you have blood pressure problems or, you know, something like that, you want to know how to take your blood pressure. So all of that is very important. If, you know, you come up on a wreck and somebody has a laceration, they're bleeding really bad, you need to know how to take care of that. Foundations will teach you. We also have these geriatric dolls. They have a lot of things, you know, they don't move or talk or anything like, you know, the big schools have, but we can take these pieces out of them and you can see their insides. They have hearts and organs and all that kind of stuff, and we can catheterize them. We can move them. A lot of times we have to take them out of the beds to change the sheets and stuff, because we do take these home and wash them, put them in the wheelchairs. We learn how to, you know, transport patients. We learn about ethics, how to treat patients, which is very important because, you know, being in this position, patients don't really know how to feel or how to act, so you have to kind of treat them. You have to treat them like you're taking care of your parent, and, you know, with the most respect you can possibly have for them. So all of that is a first year, which is foundations. Second year, you have a lot more choices. You can take pharmacy, which is an online class. You can graduate with a certified pharmacy assistant certification. And did you find it?
Yes.
Actually, our pharmacy students this year are already finished with their classes, so they're just working on getting that piece of paper right now. Last year, I took the, what did I take last year? The internship class. I took the internship class. That's where you go twice a week to a clinic. So you can go to a family health clinic, you can go to a veterinary clinic, physical therapies, imaging centers, dentist office, pretty much anything that you want to do, Miss Mangum can put you there. I actually got to watch surgeries with animals, and I was standing right over them. I was helping the veterinarian with all of the surgery, and that was really, really cool. It was, you know, kind of opened my eyes to what I was going to be seeing in the nursing field. If y'all don't know what you want to do, this class will definitely help you. You do a lot of projects. You learn how to talk in front of people, because don't let that scare you off. It's actually really easy. The classes are usually really small. So, you know, we get up there and we talk to people, we do presentations, and that's actually really fun. I would much rather do that now than write a report, because I have to do that now. That was last year that I was in the internship. This year, I'm a CNA. I'm going to graduate with as a certified nursing assistant. We do the paperwork and all that kind of stuff to learn all the material. And 3 days this year, we will go to Summerford Nursing Home for 8 hours at a time. And we will do everything that a nursing assistant does. You know, we take care of the patients. We feed them, shave them if they need to be, give them baths. Pretty much everything a nursing assistant would do. So that's you know, you definitely have to be somebody special to do that, because it's not easy at all, especially dealing with these older people, and some of them are really don't like anybody. So you just kind of have to go with it, and a lot of time you have to improvise. You can't do things the way you were taught to do, because you know it just doesn't work out for that patient. And it's not comfortable for them. So this is Manny. So if you want to come look at him, you can. He's really cool. He doesn't move or bite or anything, so you aren't gonna get hurt. Yeah, you can touch him.
I have a question.
Okay.
If I were to become a chiropractor or a PT, would this be a good class to do?
Yes, very.
She'll help you with like anything you want to know.
Yeah,
Like,
she can
won't
tell
just
you
focus on
anything.
one thing.
Miss Mangum has been a nurse her whole life. She has done everything. She's done labor and delivery, ER. I mean, anything you can think of in the hospital that somebody can do other than be a doctor, you know. Miss Mangum has done it. She's worked in surgery. Miss Mangum knows like everything. I don't think there's a question you could ask her that she didn't have an answer to. So you learn all the abbreviations for everything. So, you know, the one that's always stuck in my mind was C with a line over it, means with. And actually, there are tons of those. There are hundreds of them. And my first year, I learned all of them. We do flashcards. We do workbook pages. We do everything. So it's really awesome. Most people don't like, you know, writing stuff down, but it works, and you get to come and do hands-on stuff pretty often. So Miss Mangum's pretty tolerable at pretty much anything. She's really cool and laid back, and she doesn't like cell phones, but that's pretty much it. That's her rules. Like, don't have your cell phone out while I'm talking. That's pretty much all. So y'all can look around if y'all want to.
This thing has teeth.
Y'all can touch it. Yeah, it does.
I'll speak first. All right. Good morning. How are we? Good. Having a good day so far? All right. Some of you act like you know who I am. Yes? All right. So let me tell you why you know who I am. I was Miss Miller's student teacher when y'all were in 7th grade. Many, many years ago. Mind blown, right? Your mind is blown. Yes. Okay. So, yeah, I was Miss Miller's student teacher many, many years ago. It's very weird for me to see y'all grown up and adults, just so y'all know. This is Brewer Culinary. I am Miss Smith, and I am going to let some of my first year girls talk to y'all about who we are and what we do in this class and the fun things that we do. Y'all speak loudly so they can hear you on the video. And then I'll take over and talk a little bit more about what we do. Y'all have fun.
Okay, so this is Brewer Culinary, and there's an application that you have to fill out to take this class, and you do that with your counselor at your school. And the class fee is $75 and includes the chef kit that I'm wearing. It has your name on it and the Brewer logo. You get a ServSafe certification when you take this class, and that just helps you if you're going into any fast food or anything. It just makes you more employable and stuff. You learn fundamental skills and techniques that will help you like through your culinary career.
One thing that we do in culinary is Thanksgiving and Christmas orders, and we send out a menu to all the teachers and students, and we put it on our website, so all of Morgan County has a menu. And what we do is, it's just like a catering business, and you get orders in and just have to get everything ready and send it out at the time that they need it. Like I said, we do that for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and whenever we do that, we have a meal in class, and we eat all together as one class, all the stuff that we made, and it's really fun. And to finish all of our orders, we have to work in teams, and it's like groups of 5 maybe. That way everyone can get a chance to do something, and everything is going to get done now.
Every other Wednesday we'll have a sale, we call it With It Up Wednesday, and we'll sell different cupcakes along with chocolate chip cookies. Today we're selling the bigger versions of the cupcakes you just ate and chocolate chip cookies. Every month we do a different culture. This month was Mexico. Next month will be something like France or Italy. And
We also have a star prom. It's for the special needs kids, and we'll cater what they need.
All right, turn it back over to me. Cool. All right, so they touched on some of the fun things that we do in here. If you remember me from back then, I love food, and I can talk food all day, every day. So I can get kind of wound up, so you may have to reel me back in and tell me to wrap it up, okay? So the food truck competition that they were going to touch on just a little bit. Y'all watch Food Truck Wars or know what food trucks are, okay? But y'all know that Huntsville has a food truck park now. Like a place where they park all the food trucks. There are picnic tables set up. You can go through and buy your food and then sit down. You didn't know this?
No.
You're enlightened? Yes. And they also have a bacon truck.
Oh, where at?
I'll have to look. It's like South Parkway area. Yeah, email me. It's good stuff. Good stuff. So, with that, food trucks are so hot right now. And it's essentially, if you don't know what a food truck is, exactly what it says. It's a truck that sells food. There's like a little tiny kitchen happening in there. You walk up to the window, you place your order. So we're going to we're embracing the hotness of the food truck world here. And we're going to design our own food trucks from the ground up. Anything you want to do. I have one kid who wants to do a wild game food truck. I'm cool with that. As long as it's school appropriate, I don't care what they're cooking. I have one girl who has designed a fried food truck, and she's calling it I Believe I Can Fry. Kind of cool. So they get to work in their teams. They're designing their concept from the ground up. They're building their menu. They're writing a marketing plan. They're writing a business plan. They're doing all of that. We are having a food truck festival here at school. When I say food truck, it'll be a food table because we obviously can't build trucks. But we'll decorate our tables, set them up. We're selling tickets to the student body. The student body gets to come to the food truck festival, taste something from every food truck. They vote on their favorite concept, and the winning food truck team gets to go to the food truck park on a field trip. Game on. It's so much fun. I love competition, but I love things that are going to make you learn. The unfortunate reality of culinary is this. While it is loads and loads of fun, there are loads and loads of dishes. There are loads and loads of things that you have to learn. Your essential techniques, your knife skills, how to break down a chicken, learning the different cuts of a cow and things like that. You can learn all of that stuff. And it's not always the most fun you've ever had, but for all of the unfun things that we do, there's like a million fun things that we do. The Whip It Up Wednesday happens every other week. We bake cupcakes, we bake cookies. They go out to the student body and we sell them. The cultural food thing that they were talking about is our time where we explore the different countries and the foods that they eat and the cultures that they experience and things like that. Last week we did Mexico, so we made homemade flour tortillas from scratch, and we sold that in a plate. We used those to make chicken tacos, and they did 3 chicken tacos, rice, beans, a coconut tres leches cake with caramelized bananas, and then we made homemade pico de gallo sauce, homemade chimichurri sauce, and taco pickles, and we package all of that up, and the teachers buy that for $10 a plate once a month. Countries left to explore. We're going to do Italy, we're going to do France, we're going to do Greece, we're going to do Spain, and then we're going to bring it back stateside and do deep south soul food. And that's just because my kids want to know how to fry chicken. So I'm going to teach them we're going to fry chicken, we're going to make greens, mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese, cornbread, all that stuff. So, number one question, do I get to eat? Yes, you do get to eat in this class. Every good chef has to taste their product and make sure that it's going to be good. Am I out of time?
So keep talking.
I can keep talking? Okay, cool. I feel like I'm on the Oscars every time I'm up here, like the music's going to start and y'all going to rush me out. Questions. Let's do that. Anybody have questions? No questions. All that amazing stuff I just talked about. No questions. Alright, so we did talk about the classroom fee. It is $75. That will cover your chef coat with your name on it and your brewer logo on it. FCCLA. We have an FCCLA here at Brewer. It is as active as y'all's is at Briceville, and I love that about Ms. Miller. Her FCCLA is amazing. So we do culinary competitions with that. My kids are getting ready now. I'm taking a group of 3 girls and myself to Birmingham. We're going to compete in March, and if we win there, we have the opportunity to go to nationals in San Diego, California, and you better believe we are getting on a plane to San Diego, California. I'll travel anytime I have the opportunity to travel. So that's kind of another fun thing that we do around here, but you have to be at FCCLA to make that happen. All right, questions? That's all those cupcakes baking. No questions? Know
that this is a credit course with no prerequisites, which means that there's nothing that you have to take before you're eligible to take this class. And we draw, but don't let it scare you if you don't have any artistic ability. I have none, and I've made a career out of this, so it doesn't matter if you have no artistic ability, because the drawings that we do are very technical. We begin learning about the tools, the sketching, the basics of the class. Technical drawings, anything that's built has to be drawn before it can be built, and that's going to be our job in here. We focus on what a technical drawing consists of in the beginning, and we talk a little bit about career and college prospects. If you want to do drafting, pre-engineering graphics, any kind of design work, architectural design, or engineering itself, this is the place to start, particularly engineering, because when you get to engineering schools, they're going to expect you to know how to draw and not give you a lot of classes to teach you how to do that. So this is a good place to start. I have a lot of feedback from students who took this class and went to engineering, and they're very grateful they did because they know how to run the programs. So we begin drawing on the board. We use the drafting boards where we tape down, use the straight edges. The drawings are very simple in the beginning. We take them a bite at a time. So in a moment when we get to the more complex drawings, don't let that hoodoo you, because it's not going to look so complex when you get there. You'll learn that the CAD does a lot of the work for us. We work through geometric constructions on the board, and then we move on to CAD, which is computer-aided design, computer-aided drafting, computer-aided drawing, whichever one you want to call it. We start on the board, or on the computers, pretty early on. Do not worry if you don't have any computer savvy. We learn a little bit about file management, computer literacy before we learn to run the software program. And after that, we don't look back. We work with AutoCAD for the initial drawings and the two-dimensional drawings, and then very quickly you guys can move on to SolidWorks, which is the 3D solid modeling that we do as well. The drawings that you're going to see here are technical drawings, and like I said, don't let the complexity of the drawings fool you. They were pretty simple for us because we know how to run the AutoCAD packages, and they will be for you too. So even though they may look complex, they're not that bad. You'll be able to run them. You have the option after the intro to drafting to springboard into architectural if you prefer. And architectural design is simply doing floor plans, technical drawings of houses. We're zoned in here to do residential and small commercial. We've drawn a lot of plans in the community. Most of the plans that you're going to see up here are things that we designed and drew in here, and they were built in Morgan County and some of the surrounding counties. We start with some sketching, and all of that's going to be house floor plan oriented. We'll talk about career and college prospects for that as well. Then we get into the different types of house designs and the house styles so that you'll be able to identify the houses that are in your communities. And then we'll draw them. And like I said, most of the ones that you see up here we drew for people in the communities. We do all of this on CAD as well. We also have a new 3D program called Revit that will allow you to draw the houses in 3D modeling. We do cover file management and literacy, computer literacy in here for that as well. Basically what you're doing with a floor plan is you're bossing around the construction crew, because you're going to tell them where to put that kitchen, where to put the bathroom. All of the green is the dimensions, so we're telling them how big. We're telling them if it's two-story or single-story. This was a student-drawn house that was built. I think that one was actually built in Huntsville. This one lives over on Red Oak Road. This is an example of an elevation drawing. We pared this one down because it looked a little messy from back there for you guys, but we like to make them look prettier when we print them. We put trees and bricks and the whole shoot and match on there so that they can see what the house is going to look like. And we do interiors because we want them to know what their bathrooms and kitchens are going to look like. The best time to know your house is going to be ugly is before you build it and not after. In the spring, we do some projects. We have our glider and shed project where we actually design and build models. We take the planes out and we fly them and we compete. We do live work projects, and right now we're drawing the culinary arts remodel. So when you see the culinary arts program, just know that she's going to get some new stuff, and it's going to look nice and fresh in there when we're all done with it. We do some large model projects. We've been slowly working through the green power car in the back. We would like to get the body on it so that we can race it in the spring. But next year we want to start from the ground up and design our own. Skills USA is the club that's associated with this class, and you can get some articulated college credit as well, so you can see me if you're interested in that. And we work hand in hand with robotics. We love our robotics team. If you are interested in being on the robotics team, but you also want to do this, you can do that. Just simply apply for robotics and take this class, and you'll be on their design team, and you'll be a full-fledged member if you make it onto the team. Lastly, I said that I was going to show you some of the solid modeling. So, briefly, this is a really simple part that we've done in here. This is a pulley assembly, and if you look at it, you'll see that it looks like you could reach into the screen and touch it because we did draw it in 3D. We can animate this out so that you can see when it comes apart, it's made out of individual components. Each one of those individual components look like you could reach in and touch them, and you kind of can because we have a 3D printer in here, so we've been printing our parts. These are some student parts that they drew and printed out. I needed a bowl to put my paper clips in, so they took care of that for me. Put my name on it and everything. This is a project that some of my students are doing for childcare. They're designing a new playground, piece of playground equipment to go out there. So this is one of the prints for that. You'll notice that it looks kind of like it has snow on it. It's kind of bulky looking. It's a two-part process. The ABS plastic is what stays behind. This snow-looking stuff is support material. So when we 3D print, we run the print. It comes out with a support material, especially this one because it had little tiny pieces of lumber, and we didn't want that to break in the print process. So we'll have to run this through a chemical bath that'll wash all of that off, and then we'll have one of these nice, pretty prints in here. We've printed a lot. We've got parts that go on the robots that's been printed. A lot of stuff the students have taken home. I give them, if you take the class, you get an opportunity to print something that you can keep. You can also buy a print with your learning earnings, so you can come in here and print something out as well. That's a lot of information. We do a wide variety of stuff in here. Do I have any questions about the class? None. I hadn't had a question yet. What we have in here right now, these are intro drafters. They've just learned how to use the AutoCAD program, so they're doing some practice parts. I do have 2 advanced students back there who are doing some, hopefully, some advanced projects that they're working on. One of them's drawing a windmill, and one of them's drawing a piston engine in 3D solid model. If you want to take a lap around the room before you go, take a look at the car. We've got some more prints back there, and peek over their shoulder and see the projects that they're working on. You're welcome to. And I'll be here all day, so if you have any questions, you can come see me. Thank y'all for coming.
They're specifically here for the high school students, so they're a learning laboratory for us. They're here from 8 till 1:30. This class is preparing lunch, so they're about to have lunch, and then they'll have rest time. That's just a time that they don't have to go to sleep. I would love for them to, but they don't. They are supposed to stay on their cot for about an hour and 15, 20 minutes, something like that.
They're go all the time, huh?
They are. And it's like they know that they're on show today, and they have just been horrible. So
They do. They can tell.
Yeah, they can tell when extra people come through that they don't know, they really show out. When you walk away from this class, you could, since we articulate with the junior colleges in the state, if you want to go into early childhood education, which would be like a preschool teacher, daycare worker, daycare director, something in that aspect. It's a 2-year program, but we articulate with the junior colleges, and classes that you take with us, that could take the place of classes that you take in the junior high school. The same thing that when you, if you wanted to be a teacher, that you could take a test here through Athens State as a senior, and then the class that ED 302 at Athens, and you would take as a junior in college, you already have that class taken care of just by that test that you would take in high school. I have said so much that I can't remember what I have said to each class. Let me think a minute. Your role in here would be, you would be the teacher. When you come in, you're the one that plans the lessons. I tell you the theme. They do a different theme every day. We do a letter every week. So our letter for this week is the letter U. Today our theme is Days of the Week. So they have tried to, we sing a song Days of the Week every day. And so they have tried to count how many Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesday, however that is in the month of January. So it's, we do a lot of critical thinking, a lot of hands-on. They're just like you. They do, excuse me. Well, so now they're singing it.
Y'all know the song?
Do they need to sing it to y'all so y'all know, know what they're doing? They're getting, as I said, they're getting ready for rest time and everything. So,
Hungry.
okay, go to the bathroom. This has been the first year that I've had all 4-year-olds when they started. So that means every one of them will be ready for kindergarten. But all of them will not go to kindergarten. They can come here 2 years. preferably the 2 years before they start to kindergarten. They, to get in our program, they have to be put on the waiting list, and most of the time, they have to be put on like as soon as they're born, from when they become 3 and 4 year olds to get in. So we have a huge waiting list. That says a lot for our program. I'm not sure if I said that we were ranked the #1 in the state in this kind of setting, so that says a lot for our school system. This program has been in place for 40+ years since the school was built, and so it's not, things have changed a little bit just as education has, technology and stuff like that, but as far as it being where the preschoolers come 3 days a week, it's still the same way. Do y'all have any questions? Any of you interested in working with kids? You either love this program or you will not like it at all. You will hate it. So you either like working with kids or you will soon learn that I love this, I'm so glad that I took it, or whoa, what am I doing in here? This is not what I want to do. So, do y'all have any questions? You can come through and see them for a little bit. As I said, we've got cots set out, so they're about to get their nap mats out for rest time.
Anyways, my name's Jacob. I'll be your tour guide for today. It's nice to have you guys here. I'll talk to you for a little bit about what we are and what we do. Our team name is Morgan County Mech Tech. We're a robotics team. This is our 5th year being a team. And this is one of the rooms that we build our robot and work all of our stuff in. So this is what we like to call our clean room. This is where we get a lot of the more precise stuff done. We have the electrical team that works in here. They do some programming in here, video marketing stuff back there, vision processing right here, and some of the design stuff which you may be able to see on this TV, on the big TV in the back. That's a model of what our robot's going to look like when it's done. Anyway, with that being said, I'll go ahead and take you guys through our room back here in the shop. It's a little more dirty, but
That's right.
Alright, so this is our shop. The way things work around here is every January, or at some point in January every year, we get our game manual. We decide, or we're told what we're building and what we're working towards. They keep it a secret up until then. This year it was January 9th that we learned. So it was a few weeks back. We're about 2.5 weeks in, and this is what our robot looks like as we speak. It's not too pretty. There's not very many accessories on it, but it is a roll around. And it may not look like much, but we are further along than we've ever been at this point in time. Now, these 2 robots are what the end product looks like. I'm a junior this year. This robot was built my freshman year, and this one was built my sophomore year. So we're very proud of these robots, and for the reason for that being, we've been to the World Championship that they hold in St. Louis. We've been to that twice, both years. Both of these robots have. So, like I said, they hold that in St. Louis. We get to travel all sorts of cool places to it. You know, we've been to Georgia, Arkansas. They have regionals in Florida, South Carolina, Indiana, all sorts of places. So we get to travel all around the country to compete. Tennessee, I forgot that one. Anyway, does anybody have any questions on how these work? Anybody want me to demonstrate how they work? Alright, I can't drive them, exactly. I'm not a programmer, so I can't do that. But I can just show you. This robot was, like I said, it was my freshman year. The game was a giant game of basketball, but instead of the basketball, it threw a big deal of ball. There's one back there, we have one there. So the way it worked is Gabe would load it, and when I wanted to pick the ball up, these wheels would turn this way, they would turn inward, pick the ball up, it would basically sit at this hoop, and fling it up in the air. Yep. It was very efficient, we did very well with this one. This one did a little bit better. We finished top 100 in the world last year with this robot right here. Awesome to say, we're very proud of it. However, the game last year was, in my opinion, a little bit more boring. Those totes up there that you see are stacked up on the shelf, this robot basically straightened those totes and stacked them. So, like I said, it's not as competitive. There wasn't as much slamming into other robots as that one did. That's why it's all smarred up. But this one did very well. It was very good at what it did. We could make a stack of totes about as tall as I am, so pretty impressive. Like I said, we did very well with it. So with that being said, you may be thinking, well, how do they get all this done in such a short period of time? We have to be here a lot, and that's the one thing that scares most people off. Generally, we have to be here every day except for Wednesdays and Sundays. We don't require people to meet on church days. We're here every day for at least 3 hours. So oftentimes that's from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. every day after school. So we're here for a while. Like I said, that is what drives most people off. But with that being said, I can tell you it is the most fun you'll ever have, and I promise that. Like, I've been on the team for 3 years. Never had anywhere near as much fun as I have in competitions, especially the World Championship. You get to meet all sorts of cool people from different countries and stuff. I've talked to guys from Brazil, Israel, China. There's all sorts of teams from Asia and Europe and stuff like that. So you get to meet a lot of cool people. You get to do a lot of cool stuff. So if you think you're down for the challenge, like I said, it is a time crunch. If you think you're down for the challenge, you can talk to me or somebody from the school that's on the team. You guys are West Oregon, right? Spice. I'm so sorry. I thought I asked. Anyway, so the first 2 names that come to mind from prize pool are Ashley Payne and Catherine Hall. They're both senior girls. You can talk to them. They can get you an application. If not, you can come back here and talk to me or anybody else in the shop. We can get you an application, or you can go on the website. We have forms in there. So you can get one of those filled out. We always love to have people come around, and if you think you want to try, then by all means try. With that being said, you don't have to know how to do everything by yourself. If you're down for the challenge and you're willing to learn, we'll teach you. You don't have to come in here and know how to do everything by yourself. That's really crazy if somebody knew how to do that. Anyways, earlier I was talking